Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted a video. Been busy with a bunch of things, and I'll talk about it. For those who are joining me for the first time, my name is Prasanna Hariram. I'm the founder of FutureSight AI, an AI-based automation agency. We started a few months back, and I've showcased my journey through a few videos. You can find the link for that in the description. So in this video, I'll be talking about a couple of automations, AI-based automations that I've been working with this client. And I want to walk you through how I've set up and some of the details of the automation. I hope you find it useful and interesting. Please share your feedback. So let's dive into the automation. So let's get into the first automation that I'm going to talk about. So it is about hyper personalized cold outreach. So, what is hyper personalized outreach, right? It's like highly customized outreach emails with content specifically customized to the recipient, their company, or the kind of work that they're doing. So, it involves, having custom opening lines which reference something that the recipient is currently working on, an event they attended, or his or her company that is currently involved with. Other generic personalized outreach, which are restricted to just the first name or maybe the company name in the email header. But this is talking specifically about what you're working on, what are probably some of your challenges, and how can what we are offering able to kind of address that. So having said that, at the same time, this level of customization is not, at least it was not very easy to do, required a lot of effort, and it wasn't scalable. Imagine trying to send out like 30, 40 emails, such emails every day. It's not possible with just simple automation. That's where our AI based automation, in fact, the custom automation that I've built, comes into picture. So let's see how that works. So before we look at how the automation is set up, let's look at what's the outcome, right? So this is how hyper personalized email looks like. You have a custom subject line, which is specifically talking about this person's area of work. You have a GIF to a video link. We'll talk about that in a moment. The email is addressed to the first name of the person. The first couple of lines is the initial hook, which is talking about specifically something to do with the work of the person, the company, and also something from their recent LinkedIn post, right? They had a post about, supporting local businesses. So this entire thing is a hyper personalized based on the company's website and the person's LinkedIn profile. Then the next couple of lines is what, how we are aligning or what our work or offer or services is aligning to them. And the last line is about the next steps or call to action. So this is generated on scale for each of the contacts that we have. So now let's talk about this GIF, right? So this GIF is a link to a video we are created using this platform called Sendspark, similar to Loom. So this is the page that opens when you click on the GIF. And this is a page where you have a hyper-personalized video for each of the prospects that we want to send out this campaign. So it's we're doing using a platform called Sendspark, similar to Loom, but the main differentiator here is you can actually customize the background, which will pick from either the person's the prospect's company website, or it could be their LinkedIn profile. But let's take a look at how this actually works. Hi, Nat. I saw your profile. Very impressive. Can we connect to discuss on some opportunities that we can collaborate? Book some time on my calendar. So this is like a sample where you have the scrolling background of either the person's LinkedIn profile or the website, and their first name is customized. dynamically added. So it's a very powerful way to kind of attract the attention. So, okay, now let's look at how the automation is actually set up. Let's start with the flow diagram, right? So there are two parts to it. So the input is input contact sheet, which would have, it could be a Google sheet or an Airtable, but it basically has the name, the profile, LinkedIn profile, and the company URL, and any other details. So the first part A, or the step one, is where we're generating those video messages, right, using Sendspark. Basically, you input that spreadsheet, Sendspark will create um, a video message for each of the contact with their name called out, and the background being either their website or their LinkedIn profile. So once these links are created, it is updated back into the spreadsheet, right? So this is the step one. Step two is where we are actually creating the hyper personalized content of each of these emails, right? So now, using the same input sheet, we're going to look into make.com automation. I've set it up here. Similar thing can be done using N8N or any of these others. But basically, what it does is, for each of the contacts, it calls an agent in relevance, and it creates that message. And then I could either directly add it to my email draft using make, or I update a Google Sheet, and then later, I do it externally. I can use that content and send out an email. So this is the make.com setup. As an input, I have the Google Sheet. So this is the sheet which is now updated with the Sendspark thumbnail and video. And it also has the first name, last name, email. For each of those contacts in that, I call my relevance agent. So this relevance agents, I'm passing the first name and company domain. In this case, I'm just creating based on company domains. I have other agents like, which take both the LinkedIn profile and company domain. So based on the need, I call different agents. This is going to take this and create that personalized email. Right now, once I get the output from relevance, I'm using the Gmail component of make to create that email, right? So the email ID is coming from input spreadsheet. For the subject, so the output response from relevance, a subject and the body of the email. So I have to split it out. I've done a little bit of formatting to kind of split out the subject line and capture it here. Body of the email, for that, first I'm embedding the thumbnail, what Sendspark gave us, and that got inputted, updated into the input sheet. Then I'm embedding the body of the email, which I get from relevance. And then I also have the website link, my website link, which is at the bottom of the email. So let's look at what the relevance agent does. So this is my relevance agent. So basically, it's a detailed prompt on how to create that email, what are some of the formatting and some of the things to avoid, and so on. And it also calls a couple of tools, right? In this case, I'm using both the LinkedIn profile and the company URL to create that context for that email. All it does is it'll scrape the profile and use an LLM to generate an output. I'm also giving it my company's data, or the context, which I've scraped, and giving it in form of a RAG. It uses all this inputs, and then based on my prompt details of how I want the output, it creates that um, email subject and body. So if you go back to that make automation, for each line in that Google Sheet, it'll pick the name, the email, the company website, and the LinkedIn profile, pass it to this relevance where I'm creating that hyper personalized email content and sending it back to make, which then puts it back into the body of the email. So That's basically the end-to-end automation. So this is how you create this hyper-personalized outreach messages at scale, right? Imagine having a list of 30, 40, even 100 prospects, and using this automation and Sendspark, we can create this really powerful, rich, at the same time personalized email, which will really stand out in your outreach. Hi, with 3 to 4 simple steps, I'm going to show you how to create an AI powered chatbot and integrate it into your website. And the best part is it's going to use the information in your website as its own knowledge base and answer queries to customers 24 by 7 visiting a website with intelligent answers. And you can also do additional follow up. Step one, to create the knowledge base that the AI chatbot is going to use to answer customer queries in the website, I'm going to use the website itself to gather that information. So for this, I'm using a AI agent tool created in Relevance, which is going to scrape the website and do all the background research to create that knowledge base. I give the URL and I run the tool. So this tool is run and it has created this summary of the products, the details of all the services and products that this website, this company is offering. So this will be used as a knowledge base for the chatbot to use. Step two, we're going to create the agent. So N8N is hosting the agent, and I'm using one of ChatGPT's inbuilt agents to create our AI chatbot for the website, the OpenAI platform. And we go into the dashboards, assistant, and we create a new assistant. So we need to give it a name, basic instruction. The main thing here is we attach a file, which is the knowledge base that we gathered from step one. Whatever the queries that come to this agent, it will utilize the knowledge base that we had captured from step one. Step three, this is the 10 window in which we have created a basic agent chatbot. We take this, we make it a public URL. We take this URL and give it to our website. The basic configuration is the agent that we just created. We select that here. I've obviously connected my account and all those details. So now I have a prompt here, which are basic guidelines on how this agent would act. So with that, I've set this up. I save it and I activate it. Now it's time to connect the AI chatbot that we created to our website. So first thing is, for that I need to take this URL chatbot that we created. Now with this, I go to this is a temporary website page. It could be your actual website. So if you actually go into the files of your website, into the file manager, you will go into the public, the default, and right at the top, under the head, after the start of the head tag, you will paste this 4 or 5 lines of code. And the main important thing here is this URL is pointing to the one we just created. Save it, and then come back. And if you refresh your page, you should see your chatbot here. Like it says, powered by N8N. It'll take a minute to start up. Now, if I ask any questions, tell me about your products and services. Now, this is actually running, going back to the agent. The agent will call the knowledge base. It look up what are the products and services, and based on that, it's going to respond. It will, format the response in a more human-like tone, right? So it gives you a little bit about what the services this company provides, then goes into the details, and then it also ends with a question about, okay, would you like to know more about the pricing? Basically, whatever information that we need, that you want to be accessible 24 by 7 to anybody visiting a page, you can, and some of this information is already in your website, but instead of them going and looking and trying to find something, they can use this chatbot to ask pointed questions, and the chatbot will respond to them with the specific questions. So some of the other things that you can actually do here is, if you want to capture their email, send them a response later when the team is available, or you can even connect it to your incident management system and have it create a ticket in case it's some kind of customer support. So the possibilities are endless on how this could be used. What I'm trying to show here is a very simple but easy 3 or 4 step process to kind of have a intelligent chatbot enabled in your website. Thank you. So I hope you found those videos useful and interesting. And please share and subscribe to my channel. And till I see you guys on the next one, take care. Bye bye.